shotgun shack.
They call it.
I was born in the shotgun shack.
God damn.
Somebody is
I mean, that can't be the title because I can't, like, write the voice. It won't work, but that's good. Alright, Adam, here's your task for the weekend. Re-record all Talking Heads songs in that voice.
I can do this. We killed all of the orcs and doused this fire, right?
Psycho Killer.
That's right. I'm shooting
we
big
call
water
it
balloons.
basically immediately after you burn and do the orcs here.
Sorry, I got
Two
they
questions.
fucking left the bag in my grocery, so I gotta call them. Right.
Have we searched the orcs for loot? And how is my connection to the weave feeling now?
You have not done anything to do with the orcs beyond killing. I don't know, Pipe might like taking a bite out of one. He does that kind of thing.
What is a weave?
You are feeling your connection to the weave
Older
is
Nintendo.
there, but it is still a little flustery. But much stronger than it had felt before you guys doused that fire.
Remember, we've only doused one fire. All these little squares are other fires.
How many fires do we think there are?
I mean,
You guys saw
2, 3,
probably close
4,
to a dozen. I don't know if we actually counted.
8, 9,
What?
10, 11, 12, 13, 14?
Baker's dozen.
Yep, I think that's right. 13 or 14. I very quickly counted squares, so.
Depends on how good your baker is. Or nice. Good in the deal.
You know, I just want to go on record that we didn't start the fire.
You guys are able to kill Adam. I'm allowing.
He's just filling in for Pipe, who had to step away.
Fireball.
I had to get away.
Fireball.
Wait, Adam, can you explain the joke so we get the full Pipe experience?
No, shut up. I'm going to cast Prestidigitation at Adam to create a couple of harmless sparks because I want to see what happens.
At Adam? Like real Adam or at Mana?
I'm shooting some harmless, colorful sparks at Mana.
Roll 1d6.
1d6?
Yeah.
I think it's very important to point out spells are sort of working in this area.
He said it was harmless, though. So.
Oh.
It was. You know, when he wrote on the back of my monk cloak was also harmless.
No harm was done.
Yeah.
We're making colorful sparks.
Oh, I forgot. I'm walking around without clothes on.
Why?
Because I had to take my burning cloak off.
Oh, okay.
I think that was an overreaction.
Meteor's been trying to light people on fire to find out whether magic works or not. It's really
First plausible opportunity, he just strips down completely. He's got one of those, like, tear-away outfits that strippers use.
I mean, it's a robe. It's not like it's hard to take off.
He's a bird. It's fine. He's returning to nature.
And I'm sure I'm wearing more than just the robe.
We got kind of a Donald Duck sort of thing going on here.
Yeah, I just have I have like a cloth vest on, like a peasant vest, but no pants.
Clothes are stupid.
What happens with my 1d6?
Wait, did we just teleport, or was that an accident?
My 1d6 teleported us.
No, we're moving to a smaller, tighter map.
Okay. This looks really good.
We're not kaijuing around the Salt Marsh Bluffs anymore.
I think I know who made this. Anyway.
A couple of sparks light up on Adam's cloak and pretty much what you had intended.
Amazing. Must be nice.
God, like I wasn't wearing my glasses for me.
So
Let's promise.
Our characters are too small, Bringer.
Yeah, you're right. They are quite small.
And 100 times bigger. Bigger.
You're actually the right size. You're actually a little too big.
Bigger. Bigger.
Seems to be about the right size.
The rock
Seems
should
right
be
to
the size
me.
of a square.
Eventually, Dole's character will just be the rock and nothing else. It'd be like a pet rock.
Named Dwayne.
Catch me in
Jumanji Bubble.
Jumanji 3.
So
It's in Dubai.
Adam, Mediator has created a couple of sparks on the back of your cloak. Those sparks have lit to life. He says they're harmless. Roll perception.
Can. What is that? Okay, all right, hang on. I'm having to do this on a trackpad because of the way I'm set up right.
I mean, that seems like a personal problem.
I mean, it's a personal problem, but it's your problem as well. You're waiting for me to roll. There you go.
Despite being somewhat distracted by the flash of light directly behind you, you notice that yours is not the only campfire that has gone out.
I maniacally laugh as Mediator just makes an ass of himself just because I enjoy the mayhem, and I say, "Oh shit, what's that?"
Wait, hold on. So did his shitty prestidigitation accidentally snuff a light out somewhere? Or is something else happening?
So he did some bullshit prestidigitation, and that caused Adam to look a little around.
Okay.
Adam has noticed
caught
that a
my
number of fires have gone out. Adam, while you are looking around,
Hey, I get it.
you rolled for
Good job.
you notice that the fires are basically being snuffed out as you're looking around.
It's like, oh shit.
So it's like a reverse of that scene in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of scenes in Lord of the Rings, but sure. I don't know which one you're talking about.
The scene where they're lighting the signal fires. Oh my god.
One.
None of the other scenes would make any sense in what I'm saying.
There are multiple times they
Second
light fires dramatically in that series, okay?
I wanna
thinking
cast
about,
Mage
that
Armor.
flat top weather top mountain thing, where I'm like, what? Alright, listen.
This is going to be one of those nights.
Alright, so I get down, I like duck down, and I telepathically tell her, I'm like, guys, I think we've been spotted.
Either we've been spotted or I fixed everything.
On
I think Blue
accident.
fixed everything. Good job, Blue.
I don't know why I don't think they would snuff out the magic reducing lights because they see
Yeah,
us.
well, actually,
Because that seems like a bad idea.
Am I able to clearly telepathically communicate with everyone around here?
Maybe it's the kobolds.
It's always the kobolds.
Maybe it's that gun kobold that has the gun in the cave.
Did you ask Adam about telepathy?
I was gonna try to do some telepathy to see if the telepathy was actually working correctly, which may let us know whether or not all the lights have been snuffed out in magic. I'm basically testing if magic is working well for me as
Who
well.
are you trying to use your telepathy on?
I mean, everyone.
Oh, god damn it.
It's a cantrip. What's wrong with that?
Because spells are sort of working in this area as far as we know.
Yeah. So like,
Adam, roll 1d6.
I'm doing a mic check with like our brains.
I swear to god, we're all going to take...
You're doing a mic check with your brain instead of, lighting somebody on fire. That seems pretty...
Adam, are you using message or are you using your Great
I'm
Old
using
Awakened
my-
Mind thing?
You say that again, Mediator?
Are you using a cantrip? The message
Yeah, I'm
cantrip?
using
Or are
message,
you
sorry.
or are you using because you have that and you have the tentacle warlock telepathy as well.
I'm using message so that it is clearly a magical spell.
So you're using a spell slot for this? Or no, it's a cantrip, you said.
Cantrip, dude.
So you are trying to cast a cantrip rather than using your old one's telepathy.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah, no, you're basically just doing some Q&A on...
Yeah.
Some QA on... Yeah.
I mean, I may
anyway,
make someone like bleed from the nose, but that would just be funny.
that would be pretty funny. Mediator, your contact with Wu is a little bit static filled, but you're able to speak with him as well. While you're doing this kind of thing, you notice from the areas where the fires had been snuffed out, there are red beams arcing into the sky above you.
How far away does the closest origin point for a red beam seem to be? And in which direction?
There are two to your west by about 250 meters and 350 meters. The red beams that are rising up from these former fire pits have now met in the sky. They're arcing into place and creating kind of a rough grid over your area and salt marsh, kind of extending across the entire bay.
Said 250 meters?
Yes.
What does that even mean?
College boy, what do you know about this? I'm
It's
not
about
your
250
magic
yards.
investigator.
Thanks, Phil. That's exactly what they needed.
Did one of the beams come out of the one we put out, or was it all the other ones?
Out of all of the other ones, the one that you have snuffed, it did not have a. It looks like there is a missing strand in the web above.
That was going to be my next question. Thank you. We still did a good, even if it kind of failed.
I have a feeling that someone's going to come looking for us, guys.
Seems likely.
I'm ready to die.
What happened to the
for
corpses
die.
of the jerks that we killed last time?
They're on the other map.
Oh, good treasure. Why didn't we search them last time?
Sorry.
Because
Too
we all had to go
Lawrence.
because some people were done for the night.
We ended and we made a note
Too
for
late,
ourselves to
Lawrence.
search. We came back.
So I mean, I guess like, can we search for them even though they're not? The
You
corpses
can
aren't here.
definitely-
Yeah.
You guys can definitely search for them. They're basically there's just a handful of bodies around you. And
Really hit the floor,
if you
huh?
want to spend some
I'm
time
gonna-
kind of throwing them around and digging through their pockets and stuff, you can.
Do any of them have a nice monk robe?
I'm gonna send my owl up about 100 feet and watch around us through my owl eyes to see if I can detect anyone coming.
Being
look at
there
you.
are a number.
Look at me!
The one that was nearest to the fire had a nice red robe on.
I take it and put it on.
Red robe, you say?
Yep.
Just like you're just gonna put it on. No information needed.
It's a robe, and I currently am Donald Ducking, so I'm putting a robe on.
What if like it's the robe of like nut constriction or something? Like, just say, be careful, man.
I want to point out, you're the warlock with the fucking skull attached to your face,
I've made my choice.
and I am the bird who shoved a conch into its beak. So,
Adam,
Good point.
You
Good point. The
have
second point's
noticed
stronger than the
that-
first one. We know I'm not responsible.
Adam, you have noticed that the skull feels more alive on your face right now. You're able to draw greater breaths. You can communicate with beyond telepathy and message now, without being like, "Hey guys, that's me. I'm stuck on the left." That was what you sounded like before.
I'm in favor
While
of
we're-
covering
while we're-
disgusting genitals.
so this is just a red robe I'm putting on, right? As far as I'm aware.
Yes.
Just to give
Or
you...
while we're tossing this encampment, also, what happened to the tunnel that we came out of?
It's a bit to your southwest. You guys
Sure.
came up a hill towards this encampment.
Oh no, D&D Beyond, don't.
Guys,
While-
do you think we should like go hide and ambush these guys when they show up?
While we're tossing the camp and making a plan, I want to send my owl up 100 feet and watch through owl eyes to see if anyone is coming.
So what, you got like picture in picture on those things?
Yeah. If I use my action to look through the owl's eyes, I'm deaf and blind to my own senses, but can perceive everything the owl does.
So
And
you're
it
not
has-
resting. So you're not roasting the camp. You are watching through your owl's eyes.
I'm going to do that while the rest of them toss through the camp. I trust that
fine.
my
Let's go
teammates
and
will
make
let me
it.
know if we find anything interesting.
Yeah.
I just immediately interrupt him. Hey, I found this cool red robe. No, I do not. That is not something my character would do.
Roll investigation.
Yeah, +0. Hey, that's a 19 though.
19 plus 0 is still a 19.
So I don't hear being trolled because I am.
No, that was a joke. I
Well,
didn't actually do that.
Well, it doesn't work because I'm
Um,
deaf. Suck it.
Control, you find in this robe that you threw on pretty hastily, there is an inside pocket. There was a little belt. There was a pouch, a belt with several pouches containing a couple of different herbs and powders on them, but actually inside a fairly hidden pocket on the robes, you find a green material.
Oh shit!
Like
Materia.
it's sewn in. So is it sewn into the pocket, like it's part of the pocket, or it's just like
it's loose. It's a loose
Materia
loose
with a-
green, leafy,
back.
a loose dried leafy green mixture.
Shit,
is
these guys
inside
were
of this
carrying.
hidden pocket.
If it's green
I
materia,
got back
it's healing
at the
materia.
right time.
You summoned
Jesus
my
Christ.
We're summoning materia.
hey, Pipe, I found this Dank Nug.
Why do you think I'm here? No, I
Just
think I actually said something first, but nobody heard. So I'm glad that I was able to inadvertently.
All right. I don't like this whole DM rolling crap that's happening, but so
Maybe we're in peril.
I take out the green material, and I want to show it to Mana, since he's the only well, I mean Dole's here, but he's the other caster that isn't in a trance.
So you're showing it to Mana?
Yeah.
Okay, Mana.
All right, I got +2 to nature. I've got perception. I've got arcana. I've got all kinds of stuff. Got investigation. I should know what this shit is. I like to party.
Roll an Arcana check.
Ooh, I think that's a good one.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that's a good one.
I hope so.
baby.
You're a
Fresh
caster.
Smarties. This Adam knowing things check.
Yep.
Adam, no
So
one.
if you missed it, I hastily threw on a red robe that was on somebody because Mediator burnt my other robe, and inside I found a
Tiny,
green
tiny
material
hole.
in a pocket.
18.
Like a
burn.
cigarette burn.
Material like fabric or like goo?
Said it was like a leafy.
a leafy green.
Kinda
Oh,
like-
that's what that was.
Yeah.
It was both sticky and icky.
Okay.
You
could say it's sage.
You have seen this before. It is an illicit herb that many young casters are prone to using. It's quite abused. Often gives casters a magical users of really any kind an ability to focus beyond what they're normally capable of, but
Adderall.
there's a cost around that comes with it, and you've seen in your past some people become addicted to it, and when they can't get more of it, well, they got kicked out of the Elvish school that you were at, and you never saw them again. But
I mean,
that's your
I feel
history.
like I feel like the
they left
rumors
the
of
Elvish
addiction
building.
are like overblown, and people can stop when they want to stop.
It's
Does
filtered- it's
Adam
filtered Adderall, right?
Adam, do you tell me all of this that you're aware of?
Yeah, I tell you, and like I use my prestidigitation to put a gleam in my eye, and I'm like, We should party with this shit later.
I am like, as you're telling me, I am reaching out, pulling out a parchment, totally rolling it up, right, as you're just discussing it with me, and just kind of nodding,
I like nudge you and say you should blow it in the wizard's face while he's not here and not paying attention.
So my owl has.
Oh god, I do have a tinderbox. I thought so.
My owl has keen perception, giving it advantage on wisdom checks that rely on hearing or sight. I would like to know if we can see any movement or anything else coming.
Yes. So, mediator, while your owl is sort of circling lazily above you guys, I assume at like
judgy, but okay.
You said about 100 feet, so he's probably making like a lazy radius of like.
It's about 100 feet up because that's the range on my shared senses.
Yeah, so about 100 feet up and like 100 feet out, roughly. Because that's the hypotenuse. So your owl is sort of
go on
lazily around you at Matt's length. And you're watching sort of both up and down because owls are quite perceptive. And you notice that the lines above you are beginning to widen. The intensity is less, but they are much brighter even than like a full moon would be. Kind of cast in this sort of eerie reddish glow across the entire landscape around you guys. You don't see any motion with your owl sort of orbiting, but he can make out there are a number of figures standing around where two of these pillars of light are beginning from to your west.
Right. How far to the west is this?
About
Said it's 250. Right. Yeah.
So you're not able to make out a great deal of detail, but you do see some motion over in that direction. And again, the pillars of light, the red light themselves are starting to widen, and the landscape is kind of becoming eerie as there's a number of different shadows being cast in sort of like 8 or 9 directions from around you in different degrees of intensity, all with a sort of eerie red light.
So while I'm doing this, although I'm deaf and blind to my own senses, I can still speak. So I report what the owl is seeing, and that the campsite to our west appears to have 2 figures there, and that might be a good place to go next. I can also still smell, so I ask where these guys found a wizard.
So you cough slightly as you're saying this.
I ask where these guys found wizard Adderall.
Wizard.
They call it spell juice.
So, Mana, or Adam, I don't know if you were paying attention to the chat, but I absolutely sparked it up and absolutely took a puff and absolutely handed it to you.
You have to blow it under the mat.
I also imbibe purely because we gotta focus our magic. Shit's going crazy.
Adam, roll 1d8.
Oh hell yeah!
You forget I'm not magic, so it shouldn't affect me that much.
Wait, what? Yeah, all right.
Can I try the candy?
Gotta pass it. That's cool.
Adam, you get a temporary +1 to your spellcasting proficiency, and advantage on intelligence checks.
I want a hit of this.
You're in a trance.
You also notice the mask or the skull that sort of, I'm not sure whether it's surrounding your face or is your face at this point.
It is his face.
Pliable, and you feel very emotive, and that you're able to kind of get the skull to do all sorts of different things.
Guys turned it
now.
fucking mask.
Your eyes are glowing slightly.
Smoking.
God damn it!
Wait, how many hits of this are
If
there?
ever it were apt. I think this could go around the circle twice.
Shut up.
I think we should defer. Look, you're the rules lawyer.
Look.
Pipe is the weed lawyer.
Well, I don't know how much it was to begin with because I wasn't here. So
Sorry, I was talking over your bringer. What did you say?
There's about 5, maybe 6 hits left on it after Mana and Quill have had a little taste.
Have we passed the weed around
if
everyone yet?
If you let these fucking
No.
martial characters squander the magic weed, I'm going to be really mad.
Who knows what it would do to my weird wild magic?
I shove Meteor out of the way and go up to him and say, "Give me that candy."
I like how we're just very slowly corrupting Dull's character.
I kind of shrug and I say like, you didn't learn it from me, buddy, but you know, it's a free country.
I mean, it's not. It's kind of why we're here.
All right, I let Bob Dole pass it, then I just I kind of hush it away. Like, come on, hide the stuff that the adults are around.
All right, Dole,
Characters are adults.
You've got this. 1d8, please.
He already
Oh, yeah.
rolled it.
I was rolling for something else. I was rolling to see if I'd attempt to eat the entire thing.
Oh god, that would have pissed me off so much.
God. Number 1.
Quite
Dole,
literally something for the bag of holding.
The bag of you.
You feel some burning sensations crawling up and down your arms, and your temple begins to buzz. Both of your temples rather begin to buzz. Weird if you just had one of them.
He only has
And,
one character defense.
You'll take a -1 to Constitution, +2 to Wisdom.
No. You
What a
can't
bad
hold his
trip.
shit.
I'll take it.
Your overall sensation is you have this kind of constant sense of burning running up and down from your wrists up through your shoulders all the way into your temples and then sort of back down into your hands. It's a very odd sensation, quite unpleasant, but at the same time you feel acutely aware of what's around you.
That was +2
And-
wisdom for Dole?
Yes.
I waved Dole over to one of these handily placed cooldown tents.
I hand what arrows left to Woo.
There should be like 3 or 4 left, because
Yeah. We got some left. We're
can
gonna
stub
save
it
it
out.
for Mediator when he comes out of his fucking trance.
Tuck it behind his ear.
I start fighting the tent.
It's sleep fighting. It's normal.
Okay, so say I'm just like waving the smoke away, and I'm just like, okay, let's clear our heads. There's shit going on in the tent to the west. Owlboy is freaking out. We blew some smoke up his nose. I don't think he was going.
I snap out of owl vision. And who has the
you do now.
Who has the Adderall?
You do.
Everyone pretend to be
Now,
serious.
basically.
We planted it on you while you were in a trance. Walked away with it.
Alright, I stuff it in the bag of holding. How many hits are left?
Wait, it's lit!
Oh,
No, I think it was.
I-
I don't think there's
Had it
oxygen
last,
in
what
the
did they
bag of
do?
holding, so.
Oh, so it just snuffs out? Oh wait, there's no oxygen in the bag of holding?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm
We can
pretty sure there
totally
isn't.
kill people by shoving their head in the bag of holding and closing it around them.
I
You
mean,
can do that with a regular bag.
yeah, it's
Just got a point.
Yeah, but there's
It's not-
time there. This would be an immediate vacuum, is what you're
Just
saying.
punch their head off.
Canonically, a living creature would get 10 minutes in the bag.
Okay.
Do not,
It's-
we do not
it's-
have loaded options
it's
for
not, it's not a good murder strategy.
Actually, this is.
Bringer, how many hits were left?
There
3.
were 4 hits.
4 hits.
Approximately? Okay.
I get one, absolutely.
No, you fucking don't. You don't need it. It won't do anything for you.
I will shoot you with an arrow if you don't let me.
Tearing us apart.
He's from Florida, okay?
It's already in the bag of holding.
All right, what's happening?
You want to go get it? You got 10 minutes.
Quill, you look around. You look fairly unaffected by this whole thing. You notice that a lot of people are kind of squabbling over it. And you're looking around a little bit more, and you notice that the lines in the sky have now connected. The entire sky is bathing this interior with the uniform red glow. Shadows are now cast directly below you, as if it were full noon.
Have I seen?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No, well, I was just going to ask if I had seen or heard or read about anything like this before.
This is new to you, and a little bit unsettlingly so. You've never seen any or heard of anything like this, and it's encompassing a very wide area at this point. The fires are covering almost 2 square kilometers, or whatever the fuck that is in acres.
I mean, it seems like a big tiny hut, right? Of magical fuckery.
Yeah, that might be a way to describe it. As you're looking at the sky, now realizing that the different beams have connected, the reddish glow fades, and the sky basically takes the look of live static. Instead of stars above you, there's just this kind of blipping staticky feed of an untuned TV channel from the 80s.
So literally, I'm the only one who recognizes what's happening, as far as the static. Like I'm the only one who has seen something like that, lore-wise, that we rarely ever reference.
Yes.
Well, what is this?
I have a backstory. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Can any of us see this? Or
I should probably tell you guys what it is, because it's the dumbest thing in the world. And with respect to that, go ahead.
You all can see this, but Bean Troll has a reference point for it.
For the static.
Okay.
Can I tell that Intro recognizes this, or is he being?
No, just the static.
inscrutable?
Just the static. I recognize what static, like TV static, is. I don't recognize the dome thing.
Have anything you'd like to share with the class?
What about what TV static is?
Yeah, do that through clicks and whistles, right?
No, I can talk. I can just I could say it looks like so I just remark it looks like TV static.
That means nothing to me.
Yeah, there you go. So you could engage me, but that's as far as I'm saying.
I keep
Sounds like bird nonsense. Are we going west?
Like anything to me.
Fine. You had the opportunity to find out what I know, but fine.
It's TV static.
So I'm not going to do it in character because it'll take way too fucking long. So the warlock that I used to work for, the pact that he made let him look into other realms. It was given to him, that power was given to him to let him, or to try and help him take over this other realm. Instead, he just sat around all day looking through a portal watching TV. There you go! That's a very quick version of it.
Like you would.
Surrounded by squanderers.
And he literally died sitting watching TV doing nothing, and then I left and joined a monastery and found a monk, and there you go.
I regret having asked, and I suggest what's happening in this tent.
Joel's beating it up, I thought.
We're sitting there in a weed haze, and I lean over to Vitro. I'm like, so do you, like, meditate or, like, seek inner peace or anything? Or do you just punch guys?
Was there anything in this camp before we move west? We should get going.
The hidden pocket on the cloak was really, and the other pouches were really the only thing of interest.
Let's go west. Let's see what's going on at the next campsite.
All right, Fievel. I'm just going to start making dumb TV references now that you know.
Go west, young monsters. nowhere.
Are we leaving?
Why is that tent on fire?
Don't worry about it.
It's our standard leaving maneuver, I guess.
As you guys are getting ready to leave, you hear a
I really like the
horn
idea.
blow to the west.
Cool, our element of surprise.
Horn, horn, it blows.
Wow.
And to the east there is an echoing horn.
Should we blunder over there like morons, or can we send the
Sounds
ranger
horny.
of the monk ahead of us?
Bringer. So there's a horn sound that comes from the. I assume it's not someone yelling horn. It's a horn sound, right?
I hope
You don't
you
hear
know.
that.
Horn.
Okay, so it's a
I don't know
horn
what
sound
you
to the
heard, but
west.
I heard
There's a
it
horn
perfectly
sound to
good.
the east. Can I discern if that came from the general direction of two fires that went out?
Seems very likely.
Yeah, seems pretty likely.
Can I mimic that sound and do the same horn?
Roll performance.
Roll for horniness.
God, my performance is shit. Since I'm a mimic, or since I can mimic sound, can I have an advantage on it because my performance is trash?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Oh, well, one's a nat 20.
There you go.
That helps.
And that is the first one I rolled, so that works. So it'd be a 19, though.
You cup your hands and go horn.
Do you have a -1? Holy crap.
Kind of. He overcorrected on the sparkling personality from last time.
Hey, intimidation is part of charisma. I don't want to hear about it.
Well, actually, the bird has gotten us into much less trouble than the bard did.
Oh, way less.
I did blow the conch,
Yeah, but let's be
I
fair.
wasn't here for
Blow it
that.
out.
but I did find the dank weed, so you know.
It was only a matter of if, or a matter
That
of
bard
when.
would not have shared his weed. That bard would have smoked his weed.
Absolutely.
He would have smoked the weed and then shapeshifted into a cop and threatened us.
So I want to suggest that we start going west and that we send the bird and Florida man a ways ahead of us because they're sneakier.
I'll hang back.
I just immediately start going west. Like I kind of give a thumbs up and start moving.
Yeah.
I stand by Bob Dole because I can tell he tripped Buddy because he's not doing all right.
Where's your face?
All right.
I'm gonna hang back with them because I make a lot of noise.
I think you're probably stealthier than.
Well, if I intend to, I have a lot of stealth.
Do you need?
Do I have to intend to do it?
I mean,
What does Glojo and the bird see?
That's stealth.
I guess does Glojo agree to go scout and see?
He's trying to kill me.
let's follow Beantrol and leave Glojo behind.
Yeah, let's follow me. I know where I'm going.
Rangers lead the way.
Exactly.
We're going. You're going west. We're following you west.
And you're Oscar Mike. All right, so you guys are headed west out of this encampment.
Yeah, I guess we all moved to the left, assuming this is facing north.
Sorry.
Bean Troll has successfully managed to hide the fact that you guys are different from others, and you guys slip away. You come across a crossroads.
So you won't be alone.
Right now there
See all
is
those-
nobody there,
There's wild wings
but
there.
You haven't moved our tokens, right?
no,
Okay, just want to make sure I just didn't see. Oh, we're everywhere.
Crazy Boneless is there.
That's that grid in.
Am I in front?
Mage is
I want to sneak up into these trees.
Okay.
And, like, not in the trees, but under the trees.
Roll perception.
Roll persona.
8.
Oh, that beautiful.
Blow you sneeze.
I'm in a nearby.
I rolled a 2. I just have +6 to perception, so it's an 8.
You don't hear very much other than the sound of you kind of rustling into place and your quote unquote sneaky aim behind you.
That's good enough for me.
Did we have a long rest that I missed, by the way?
Oh, you absolutely did not.
Or healing?
No.
I want
Alright.
to
No.
this tree.
I didn't take any damage.
You were dealing with Tarjay and never asked for healing.
Yeah.
Well, if it was on offer, I would have.
How many hit points does he have?
I got 37 out of 65.
I don't-
Alright.
I don't think we've really had time for that anyway.
Alright.
Pipe,
just
did
didn't know
you get a hit
in
of
between
the special pipe weed?
I did not. No, I made the pass the Ducci motion to no avail. He waved it off as cursed bullshit in a sour grapes kind of way.
All you have to do is assault Woo and take
Joe,
it.
how does it look up ahead?
I
Playing
don't.
this
Um,
crazy fantasy world.
you're
where I
so
turn
far
out-
behind. I just turn around and make a, like, I don't know. Like, I don't see anything in motion.
I want to move.
Joe, are you up with him?
Yeah, I'm actually in the other tree down here. South.
Should he also do a perceiving?
Yeah, Joe, you can also do a perception check.
But I love perception. It's 5. It's
Jesus.
what the fuck? 22. There we go.
Okay, good. You hear quite a lot of commotion coming from the west down the road. It sounds like there might be a couple of horses, as well as a number of people on foot. You hear a lot of kind of talking and shuffling sounds, clanking of armor.
Okay, I'm gonna stay hidden in the trees. Do a shush noise back at the people who are in the white area.
I wave at
Shush.
Who are existing in the void?
I like it.
Come on, I know it's not fun, but we all have to come out of the void at some point.
Well, how high is this?
I don't know. I didn't get it to pop on it, so I don't know how high you can get it.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Far below us is the road.
That was a really well turned around phrase there. It's almost like somebody has to deal with objections to phrasing. It's about 10 to 15 feet. It's the highest point there. So where this is the highest and steepest point right in front of Quill. It's a bit slope, a bit lower down, and the slope is more gradual here in front of Shark's Bane.
I explained to the lizard that the high ground gives us a tactical advantage.
Wow.
The shade.
I hold out the axe. Like, you think I don't know anything about physics? Look how heavy this thing is. I
have
know.
flashback speech.
So are we waiting? Like, I mean, I wait. Based on the information provided by Glojo.
So are they coming? Do they seem to be coming this way?
Come from the west.
The sounds from the
I'm-
west. We don't know if they're coming this
but-
way.
I'm under the tree and like flat on my belly, just sort of looking out over the hill. And yeah, waiting.
Stage whisper to the lizard that if you keep a low profile, you're harder to see.
Why am I getting pro tips all of a sudden?
Pro tip: shoot the demon until it
Tutorial
dies.
messages.
Oh god.
Press B,
Wow.
reload.
Rather get amateur tips.
I don't know why I'm
Lexi,
getting
move your
tips
control
about-
stick up and down for me, please.
Do you want to
my
keep
God.
your controls the way they are?
Do you like it inverted?
Well, I was playing
If
Final
anything,
Fantasy
if anything seemed to be coming this way.
They asked if I wanted to invert my x-axis, and what kind of fucking serial killer inverts their x and y axes at the same time? That's
Hey,
one of the options.
Bringer, since I know from Glojo that there is sound from that direction, can I tell if it's coming closer or moving away or staying about the same?
It sounds like it's coming closer.
Okay.
You hear some commotion. Yeah, just a lot of shit coming your way.
Yeah, so I just hand motion, even though everybody's kind of moving down, I just do the, like get down type of thing.
Yeah, I'm still hiding in the trees back here
I'm getting down that butt.
trippy guy,
And I think we just wait.
base cadet.
I whisper
is my
back to
friend.
Wu, hey, I think the fight's about to start. You might want to get in your hut.
Huh?
The amount of shade.
We're throwing shade. Why not?
Wow, what is happening here?
Take this seriously.
No, the hut's a sensible choice, actually.
It's gonna take about 11 minutes to create one, so if you have that kind of time.
You may just be in this one. That's the all right.
You're in one.
I
Are,
understand.
are we
everyone's
waiting to
valuable
see if
contribution
anything
to the team.
approaches the crossroads?
Well, we know stuff is approaching the crossroad, so that's why,
Are we waiting for them to get here?
I think that's the tactical thing we should do.
Does anyone have like a bear trapper?
I'm staring at a caterpillar on the ground.
Now would be the time for wizards to set magic traps if they have any.
I mean, I don't know what a magic trap is. I assume that's a thing that I'm just like incompetent about.
A trap that's magical.
But it's not.
Like druids
It's
can
good
do
info
ensnaring and stuff
too,
like
because
that.
was
Okay.
Important news.
It's not super practical.
Even just readying an AOE like web or something.
And they
Not
enter our
necessarily.
range, we'll roll initiative, and then we can decide what to do when we see what there is.
Yeah, I'm not
Cooking
going
in
to
the
leap
Weber
down there until I
building.
know what's coming. So
Well, then we just have some stakeout banter before they get here. Probably let Bringer refill his coffee and bog.
I very carefully and stealthily go through the rest of my robe to see if I can find any more dank nugs.
Yeah.
There are
Roll
magic
for-
traps
roll for Jenkins.
type rifle, but they're not going to be particularly helpful here.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you could set other effects to go off when somebody entered an area, or if it was only specific spells. Snares and rough terrain and shit like that.
I mean, you can make glyphs of warding that trigger spells, but it's not something that I know how to do.
Could have had some, but I don't want them.
So yeah,
It's
Bringer,
like-
we're just waiting.
Yeah, I'm just getting a couple of things.
Okay,
Take
I just
it
want to make
an
sure
hour.
that you heard.
It takes an hour and costs a 200 gold piece diamond to make one of these, so it's not super practical for present purposes.
Hey, Mediator, at some point we'll be in a town again, and I'll be able to give you money so you can revive somebody. One day that'll happen.
Nah.
I say we quit adventuring and find a diamond mine that deals exclusively to wizards, because that's where the fucking money is. Everything.
Cleric spell. Wizards
Everything
don't
tastes
revivify; they animate. It's different.
All right. I was being racist against all wizards alike, I suppose. All magic users aren't wizards. Thank you for this valuable lesson in wokeness.
But all guards are bastards.
Yes.
Checks out.
But yes,
Turner, what do you
magic
got, Quest?
users need diamonds, apparently. Uncut gems. Sword coast.
Pure raw uncut gems. I sniffed if you didn't hear.
You've been sniffing the crystals?
Not yet. That's a good idea. my character just slowly goes downhill, becomes a complete just drug
Use
addict.
the magic hammer. Let's powder some of these crystals while we're waiting. See what happens.
Okay, as you guys are checking on your fancy drug mixtures,
Our various stashes.
stockpiles, checking for more. Wishing
Go
you had
through the
let
carpet
fucking
for
wizard Bogart it into his bag of Bogarting.
Wizard Adderall.
The clattering sound from the west gets much louder now. Roll. Roll for whether I should have a beak out or an old bitch.
What?
What?
Yeah, I don't.
What?
I heard old bitch at the end.
Yeah.
That's it.
I was trying to decide what beer I wanted.
Oh. Get that man a puppers.
Oh, it was crosstalk.
I had a glass of mead. I need more mead.
Gross.
Not the human mead. I don't need more of him because he just takes drugs and puts them in a bag because he doesn't want us to waste them on people who aren't magical.
He doesn't
He does
understand
the
what
least-
taking drugs
Yeah.
involves.
The least fun version of taking drugs. Or he takes them away.
So
You know what? I can hold my breath for
are
15 minutes. I'm going in the back. While we wait, I just slither into the bag and somebody's dead.
I just like the concept that after we get out of here, we just all stop adventuring and just become hang out,
Skooma addicts.
hang out on someone's couch.
the most Skyrim Fallout Destiny possible.
I just bring everybody back to that warlock who I worked for, and we just chill on the couch and watch TV.
We'll bring this to those lizards at the pyramid. Introduce something to the homeland.
God damn it, I forgot about those clowns.
We'll cultivate this out in the swamp, hang out on the dope pyramid.
One of your many armed resistance.
R.I.P. to Blood Drinker.
Do drugs,
We'll finally see
Lexi.
what that blood drinker's all about when we get stoned enough.
Don't do any drugs, Lexi.
You know what? Blood drinker. Why not?
What the fuck is that?
Looks like a Fallout centaur. That looked like a
coming down
weird
the road.
Cartoon Network icon of some sort. Like an
Coming down
edit
the road,
Eddie promo.
You find yourselves seeing a number of ghostly hounds.
word?
In front of two well-equipped orcs. One of the orcs is definitely well armored with a large spear and shield. His armor is gleaming underneath the staticky glow. The second orc beside him is wearing, not much, but a number of red robe fragments basically woven through his dreadlocks and around his waist. Basically, the remnants of a robe that have been stitched into his old tribal outfit.
I see
The
these,
two hounds in front of them appear to be drifting in and out of reality and shadow.
Wow, good for them.
Parade
With
of
the
crystal
static, how bright is it? Is it like moonlight or is it like daylight?
Or are those display
A little
through
bit
beasts?
darker than moonlight.
Okay.
And so these hounds themselves are sort of flickering in and out like static almost. Sort of as the sky kind of brightens or dims as the static glows, so do they.
Do they actually look like dogs, or are they just dog-like?
Or can I see them from where I am?
They look like dogs in Mediator. You cannot see them.
Oh,
Okay. This is not metagaming, it's my own brain. I seem to remember Displacer Beasts were more cats with tentacles, but some other kind
Well,
of.
they're not displacer beasts, so you got that going for you.
Okay, that was a mediator called out. I was worried also that maybe they had.
I'm thinking out
changed.
loud there.
There is no Dana, only Zul. That's what they
Some
remind
sort
me
of-
of.
That's probably fine.
That might be more accurate than anything, to be honest.
Being troll, I think you should go out there because the best reaction to a ghost dog is to use the way of the samurai.
I literally just keep. God damn it! So was that a character joke? Was that in character, or out of character? So I
don't
can
know
get
what it is,
angry
but-
for you talking while we're trying to be quiet.
No.
I messaged.
Lexi has
the
not
party,
seen
I'm like,
Forrest Whitaker's ghost dog way of the samurai.
But I might have.
You might have, apparently, yeah. Late night cable.
I messaged the party silently, say, summon demons behind him.
I like the mental image of a giant question mark after that.
Is there initiative rolls?
No.
Or perception, maybe.
No, we're hiding.
As
Hiding,
they
we're
are-
thinking
as
about
they
some
connect
demons
to
on the road.
The cross section here, the two hounds stop and begin sniffing the air intently. One of them appears to not notice anything wrong and begins going south. The other one stops for an extra moment and then sits back on its haunches and begins sniffing the air even harder.
Guys, what if these dogs are trained to smell weed?
I don't think you can
Fuck, it's a
smell something
DEA.
inside a sealed bag of holding.
You ditch the bag and we run the other way.
That's not ditching the bag of holding.
Look, if these got cops, they have to tell us.
There's no way. That
Bringer, can I tell which way the wind's blowing?
Oh,
Yes,
we all
the
can.
wind-
We can see the writing on the wall.
Blowing gently past you guys over them. Starting, the wind is basically blowing east to west.
I want to.
That's a bad direction for it to be glowing.
Yeah.
I
See my rifle.
kind of wave to the guys behind me, and then I step in on the other side of this tree. So I'm in, like, basically trying to block the wind. Stealthily.
What?
What? With the tree?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I stand in on the other side, like I quietly move to the other side of the tree, so
You're moving into the lee of the tree.
right.
So the tree is blocking your.
And I wave to everyone to try and get their attention to understand what I'm doing.
Okay, but I vote demons. I kind of slither on my belly and get hunched up.
Maybe the
against a
demons
tree
will be
trunk.
nicer to us this time. I say to them.
Hold on, I gotta do some checking.
like
What was that, Glojo? Thought I heard Glojo try to say something, but it's all cutting out. We'll-
Definitely heard Glojo cut out. And then I talked over him.
We're shooting at these guys before they notice that we're here, which they're going to notice.
So we're on a cliff's edge though. Like I can advance a little bit and summon demons. That you remember how we had those guys in a summon on them and they kind of fuck them up. I can summon demons down there, and the demons kind of will probably attack them.
Can you do it surreptitiously?
Kind of,
Like,
probably.
I'm going to say there's about a 99% chance those dogs are not going to stay down there if you do that.
well, but if they have demons to deal with, and they don't see us cast it, why would they come up here?
Hey,
All of
Bringer,
a sudden they just get jumped by demons.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to shadow step over here. Oh, stop.
Look who caught up, everyone.
Oh, word.
It's their big friend.
Sorry, where were you shadow stepping?
I would like to shadow step here, like way the fuck over here.
Okay. I
Um,
don't know if there's a distance.
it's 60 feet. That's why I was
Cool,
measuring.
good. Pew.
And then I want to pull off one
Does
of
that make
my.
vamp sounds.
It doesn't make any sound.
You're not the Nightcrawler.
I would like to
I
pull.
think he has to say repositioning every time he does it.
I would like to pull off a pull a feather out. Kind of stab a dart through it, and then kind of toss the dart off the side, and then shadow step back to where I was. So kind of just toss that into the road down here.
Throwing them off the
Okay.
scent.
It's your classic throw a rock skittering noise.
So
but with
you
smell.
basically tossed a little feathery thing down here.
Yep, to try and get trying to get that dog's attention away from us.
This thing
With
fucking
ideas.
hears that and bolts down there. It disappears.
Some kind of blink dog.
It disappears. And then a moment later, it reappears right on top of where your dart landed, and immediately begins sniffing the air, searching. To no avail.
Badly, yeah.
I
These are the dogs that got rejected from Guard Academy.
I tell. Okay, how is this gonna work if I just decide to attack? Do we have to roll for initiative if I decide to attack?
If you declare that you are going to attack, we will all roll initiative, and I will allow your attack to go through, and then we will roll things out. We will play things out from there.
As much planning as we could do beforehand, or open with a very impactful kind of attack.
He's just gonna keep rolling, so I'm fucking this thing up, and I'm attacking. I'm
we start with a
attacking.
fireball.
All right.
Absolute perfect time for a fireball on those last. Open with that.
I am going to hunger Vidar them, to hopefully keep them coming like one at a time out of the open when they're fucked up. So I'm basically I'm dropping it right right here, basically.
Well, the intersection would be good too.
Yeah, the intersection essentially.
Just make this guy have to.
Because I don't want that guy to run backwards out of it either. So.
Even so, it pins him down till we get other shit ready.
How the fuck can I draw a fucking circle? Like, this is not complicated.
Hold down on the.
Sounds like it's outwitted you.
Something. Draw a shape.
Perhaps if you
Alt
had
for circle.
Sunglasses that matched everything that you were wearing.
Hey, Bringer, here's my initiative roll. I will be right back.
Okay, thank you.
Come on. We're basically dropping it like right there. So, are we rolling initiative now?
Yeah, let's all roll initiative now.
Son of a bitch.
I love the caterpillar. I'm doing this for you, Eddie.
God damn it. Well, still high.
I'm gonna grab a drink. Be right back.
Oh, look at that! Look who rolled a 20.
Whoa.
So for me to modifiers for the -1 Constitution 2 Wisdom.
Is anybody else sick of mediator cheating? Just quick question.
I mean, we'll steal his
Christ.
blow.
Why does he have a
It's fine.
+5 to it, a +6 to initiative?
He's a psycho.
That's all I'm saying. It's a little.
Sky Owl.
Suspect.
It's temporal awareness. I add my intelligence modifier to my initiative rolls.
Didn't we hotbox you?
Bag.
Are the doggos in the initiative order? Turn order's gone. There it is.
The dice rolling.
I'm back. Let's hit. We're rolling out a lot of dice here. Still initiatives, I think.
Yes.
How far forward do I need to be to actually have a line of sight to the road here?
Where they are, but in line with the trees.
So, like here.
Yep. A boot that. As we all begin rolling initiative, you hear an unearthly howl.
Word.
From the one that had disappeared and then reappeared on the feather down in the south there. When he realized that the feather was a ruse, he sat back and howled.
Aren't you glad we attacked?
Where'd the other one go?
It basically disappeared when the other one pounced.
Hopefully
And by
fine.
basically, I mean it actually did disappear.
Yeah.
Figured out how to change my modifiers. Now properly weeded out. Oh no, I lost 6 hit points. I lost hit points.
I'm gonna walk up here and do I know what the screen thing is? Since I can see it from here. What is that? It's a troll, okay.
Oh, what I like about those is how fucking hard they are to kill.
I'm going to move up to here and fireball the group down there.
Just fired into the hunger.
Well, I'm going first, so the hunger's not there yet.
Oh, I see.
No,
First.
Adam attacked already.
Adam launched the attack. I thought he was promised an attempt.
Yeah, Adam got to
Oh, is
do
that how
his
that-
first.
Yeah, so Adam is going to
Oh.
skip his turn in the first turn order, but he's already dropped a Hunger of Hadar as the very first precipitating action for this conflict.
Okay.
A magical darkness appears in
Okay.
the intersection, and the enemies below are now hidden from your sight on account of the pain and devastation
I fireball the darkness.
there.
I like it. It's persistence.
DC 15 dexterity saving throws for anything in the area of effect.
Does Hunger of Hadar affect dexterity saves, Adam?
I don't
Let's
think
see.
so.
There's like grasping tentacles and shit, so I don't know.
I think they just do damage. I don't
So
think
they have to do a dexterity saving throw, but it doesn't actually fuck their dexterity up.
Okay.
Whoa, that's a big roll. I don't like that. They still get damage when they start their turn in it. The dexterity check is to get out and not take more damage.
Oh, this is against Mediator's Fireball.
Oh, okay.
Your Hadar right now.
I think they start taking Hadar damage at the beginning of their turns.
Yes, they take
one of them saves and takes half damage, and the other two eat full damage. So roll for your damage dice.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Sounds like the other blink dog was not there.
Don't worry about it.
So
don't worry about it.
The way I saw it role playing out was Quill throws the dart, one dog jumps. Adam sees the other dog blink and goes, "Aw, shit," and casts Hunger of Hadar. Mead runs up while these guys see tendrils slowly rising around them, and then the fucking air catches on fire.
Yeah, I basically
wild dogs are.
This all pretty much happens almost simultaneously. That's a really good telling of it, Pike. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fairly obvious these dogs are gonna catch on real fast where the fuck we are.
It's an unfortunate fireball.
Adam made a decision.
Can I see the other dog, by the way, the one that's down there?
The one with the feather? Yeah.
Do I know what it is? I recognize it that I'm getting. Arcana, you said?
Yeah. You have heard of these before. They generally travel in packs. In anything less than full daylight, they can blend in with shadows, become basically invisible. They are shadow mastiffs.
Teleport?
Wow, really biting our bird style over here.
They teleport?
You don't know if they can teleport, but they do go invisible, and that's hard to say what happens with an interplanar being who can also become invisible.
Right. Are they blink dogs?
Is that a thing?
I mean, nobody would call them such in your world. Adam, you're skipping your turn because you cast Hunger of Hadar to precipitate the whole
Seems
thing.
reasonable.
So now it is that guy's turn. So on the start of this guy's turn, he needs to roll a dexterity saving throw. Adam, roll 2d6 for this guy.
Yeah, fuck him up. 2 D6. It's actually kind of unfortunate that Hunger of Hadar is something that doesn't depend on my ability modifiers that I have my weed boost to. Well, that sucks.
Oh,
Right.
Modifies your
That's the initial damage. You still got to
it
save.
modifies the DC. On the saving throw effect. Wizard Adderall bumps your DC up to 15.
And he's not able to break out of the hunger in time, whether it's because it's disorienting or he's simply slowed. Doesn't really matter. Now he rolls. I'm just going to count the roll I did earlier because it was terrible. So he rolls a 5 against your hunger on his way out, and I believe eats more shit as a result. Yes, another 2d6 of acid damage. Now, because it's milky tendrils that are rubbing against him, milky acidic tendrils versus the old that burned him previously.
does acid have a lingering effect or any in-game effect, or is it just a different damage type for
It
resistance
has an
purposes?
in-game effect to certain enemies and certain properties of certain enemies.
But it's not like Borderlands acid damage where it like keeps sizzling after you're hit.
Not unless it specifies that explicitly.
No, it doesn't have lingering effect.
I guess neither does fire, really.
This
does
is
it?
just like it burns you acidically versus it leaves acid upon you.
Yeah.
It's a damage type, but if it
Right.
has other effects, it says so specifically.
Burns but does not
Fair enough.
consume.
Okay. 1 second. All right, mediator, can you give me a strength saving throw real quick?
Strength saving throw.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good luck, buddy.
As after you cast your fireball, a 200-pound shadow dog bursts out of the invisible and pounces on you.
I think it was way higher in the initiative than I thought it was.
Knocking you flat. You are now prone.
Hey, it's a good thing you got to go first.
An attack roll, right? So just an effect with a saving throw.
Sorry, 1 second. Unless your AC is higher than 17.
Wait, so that's the. Do I only make the saving throw if a 17 hits?
Yes.
So as the thing pounces at me, I use my reaction to create a shimmering shield of force around myself. Bumps up my AC by 5 for the round. And since I cast Mage Armor earlier, that puts my AC at 20 for the round.
I'm going to make you make a contested, basically a contested micro reaction check to see whether you have the wherewithal to make that cast before this thing hits you. So we're both going to roll 1d20. High roll gets it.
Okay. It's literally what shield is for, though.
Yeah, but it appeared out of nowhere, I think is the point. Also, you just rolled a 20.
But you rolled a flat 20, and so you were completely nonplussed as this thing like just appears. It appears like 5 feet in front of you, and you're like, meh. You flash your round shield on top of your mage armor, and this thing goes barreling past you, and lands somewhat awkwardly behind you. It's gonna do. Oh, barely lands on its paws and is just not knocked prone. If I was doing a 9 to 12, I'm going to knock it prone. 20 that you rolled.
If
So
it
it
helps,
is-
Bringer, I cast Shield with a Girlish Shriek.
That's appropriate. It startled you and the Shadow Mastiff. We're both pretty startled by your shriek. Unfortunately, it was more startled. Okay, this guy, Adam, roll 2d6.
All right. Boom. Yeah, that was a good one.
Jesus. All right, that was a good roll. This guy's already hurt. All right. Oh, from the fireball. Right. That would do it. Roll the fireball damage. All right, this guy is immediately hurt by the searing cold of Hunger of Hadar. He tries to stumble forward, takes several steps, and manages to stumble out of the circle.
Wow.
But that's all he's got energy for, as he's left gasping and disoriented from the hunger and is unable to react beyond that. It is now Luthor's.
All right. I stop looking at the caterpillar. Can I see that dog that attacked Mediator at this point?
Oh yeah,
God.
that dog's like hanging out like 20 feet in front of you.
All right. I'll move up a little bit and look at this weird dog, and I will.
I lost.
No, I'll shoot a Sacred Flame at it. That's a Dex 15 saving throw.
Let hit Mediator in the back. You miss.
Light his cloak on fire.
Burn all
Use
the
your bonus-
spells.
Use your bonus action to cast
He
spiritual
fails.
weapon.
Okay, it's 2d8. That'll be damage, 8 radiant damage. No, nothing else going on. Turns over. Oh wait, I cast a weapon. And it takes the form of a giant blunt.
Yeah,
Move
you'll
it
be
over
able
to the dog and do a attack roll against it. Let's see.
So you summoned a giant blunt over the dog?
Yeah.
So,
Now try the second.
1 force damage.
Hey yo.
Spiritual blunt gets ground out on top of the dog, doing radiant damage.
That's 13.
So what? You draw a blunt in the air with laser light, and it crashes down on the dog like some sort of Bayonetta special move.
Yes.
It also sticks around round to round, so you can attack with it every turn.
Does 13 hit, Bringer?
1 second. I'm gonna find out.
Oh, so I'm sorry. This is spiritual weapon. I thought this was your sacred flame or radiant, whatever you were doing. The first one was taking
That's
the form of
a holy
blunt
fire.
laser.
This laser.
Yeah, and I was imagining like you drew it in the sky, like a long exposure photograph, and it just formed a giant laser blunt that crashes. So
13 does hit, and what was the damage that you did with your Sacred Flame?
I did 8 damage with the flame. And this spirit weapon does 5 damage.
That was another 5?
Yeah, 5.
Amazing to see Dole so high up in the initiative order.
It's a miracle. Weed miracle.
I didn't get any in-game weed, so I'm down at the bottom. This is what happens. Popeye didn't get his spinach.
Stay in school, kids.
Oh,
Well,
FYI,
Yeah, all
Dole,
the
if you
kids
have-
watching our
It's gonna
hot
become
gaming
weirdly
stream.
anti-drug.
Dole, if you have
Really
a
comfortable.
if you have a guidance cantrip active on yourself before you enter combat, you can use it on your initiative roll for
Really?
future reference. Yeah.
I will probably immediately forget that.
I want you to know, Bob Dole, that I'm dishing out tips while I'm literally feeding my child.
It's some multitasking. Adam, push in your left control stick to sprint.
God damn it.
All right, what is happening?
Nothing.
Glojo, your turn.
Momentary peace. All right.
Everything's fine.
It's fine.
Oh my god, every child in the neighborhood is playing together right now in beautiful harmony when they should be in fucking doors,
Here.
not spreading
Put a
shit.
mark on the dog. I'm gonna shoot the dog twice. What dog?
Aw,
There.
baby protests you shooting the dog. John Waif coming for you.
Baby doesn't know.
Even babies know to fear
Wow.
John Wick, as we all should.
Look.
We're gonna
Roll that
piss
beautiful
off the
beam.
Battle Realm boss, and he's gonna get very angry because you killed his dogs, and then I can't stop him.
I don't know. I got a 14 and a 15.
IRL.
Sounds like the next question.
That hits.
14, 15, both?
Both of those hit.
Those hit. Cool. I'm just gonna do it this way. Damage.
Dang damage.
20 dang damage.
To the dang doggo. Is that everything, Mediator? Did he miss any bonuses?
I'm not in front of the computer. I'm sure.
I
it's
know.
fine.
That's.
Good at adding.
I don't think you got to do Hunter Smart.
I think Glojo's shit is pretty suspect sometimes, but I'm still gonna allow it.
It's somehow suspect while he's rolling in a tool that he can't possibly be changing.
Yeah, I know. That's what's really suspect about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Called some of his
can I not?
high finance
pull up
bros
this
and got their
fucking-
pet hackers to hack roll 20 for him.
Got him. Well, my
Then
fucking paladin
they
could not hit a
actually-
thing, and my archer can't miss. So.
It is
Do 20
curious that
damage,
Glojo
alright,
rolls so well when he's so bad at everything else.
Rude.
You actually
A night of
your
unnecessary
arrow
shade.
pierces this shadow beast side and goes through it, creating a rift through which light pours, eventually growing larger and larger until the shadow beast ceases to exist.
Arr, bitch.
I mean to say thank you, Glojo. You are a hero.
Wait, it just popped?
And I
That fucking scent. It's like poltergeist, bitch.
Boop. Like when the Like when the chiral grams disappear in Death Stranding, am I right?
Yeah.
I do really enjoy when they pop out of existence just in the middle of a conversation.
The
It makes a
other
cartoonish
Shadow
noise.
Mastiff that was down by the feather disappears from sight.
It's gonna appear. I hate this.
And appears right behind Glojo.
It is an embarrassment of riches. Pyropraft will play and in the same week.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'll go back to Death Stranding, although honestly it's more active than some parts of Final Fantasy. It's an RPG, and sometimes you sit through some story for a while.
Glojo, it takes a leap attack at you, but fails.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Adam rolled 2d6.
2d6.
56 bean damage.
26 bean damage.
Boom. Man, those have not been high rolls so far. But that's okay. The Hunger of Hadar is for both the damage and it's for the way it's down.
Roll another 2. Wait, get to roll a dexterity saving throw.
There's definitely crowd control in this instance, and it's helped us thin the herd or the pack a little bit.
Did you want me to roll it again, Bringer? Or did they say?
You can go ahead and roll it, but I'm going to roll a dex saving throw first.
They technically take half damage. Even.
Hadar is not
Should be
hungry
plus
tonight.
2, but he fails it. Doesn't matter, so he eats another 4 damage. As the milky tentacles grasp him. Quill, it's your turn. Speaking of milky.
Hey, I get to do something. I'm not used to
Old
having this
milky
low.
tentacle.
All right,
We have, like, traded places.
yeah.
There's a 2 point about it.
I'm going to sprint down here to this dog and hit him with my quarterstaff. I'm surprising no one. That is a 13.
That hits.
That hits? Okay. And that is... Hold on. Get my character sheet up. That's 7 damage.
Okay.
And I do it again. Surprising no one. Oh, fuck. Do it again. Surprising no one. That, however, is a 9. Okay. Now I'm going to punch.
Punch the dog.
Gonna punch the dog.
If you know what I mean.
That's a 13 again. Alright, 9 damage.
That does 9 damage.
And I'd like to spend a key point and try and stun him with that one. Constitution saving throw.
If you ask me, America could use a Constitution saving throw.
What a hot take, Dole.
I love and hate that in such equal measure that it's frozen my operating.
It's passive.
I'm just
Yep.
stunned.
Alright. That's it.
I'm stunned.
I'm still gonna stand here next to this dog, because I'd rather him attack me
It's
than
Piper
other people.
Alright. I abandoned my friends. Okay. So I'm gonna leap off the hill and sprint skidding to a halt in front of this guy as he emerges from Hunger of Hadar. It's awesome. I strike a cool Dragon Ball pose, and then I summon up the rage from within myself and roll on the Wild Surge magic table. Hopefully to get something really stupid. An 11. Oh shit, this is the Iron Man chest beam. Yes!
Oh,
A beam of brilliant light lances from your chest in a 5 feet wide, 60-foot long line.
Oh,
Roll a number of d8s equal to your rage damage. Each creature in the line must succeed a con saving throw or take radiant damage and be blinded. Am I actually in a good line? Oh, I might hit one.
Fucking Marvel versus Capcom.
Yeah.
Unibeam!
I summon a proton cannon.
Depending on what Bringer wants to let you do, that would clip both of them.
Yeah, 5 foot wide beam if I'm trying to aim it.
But you can't. But you wouldn't know where he is. You wouldn't know where that dude is. Yeah.
I would be just sort of sweeping it for a second. Well, and so rage. My current rage is damage +2, so I'm assuming it's a 2d8.
Yeah.
And then what else did it say? 5 feet, 60 long. Number of d8s, con saving throw, radiant damage, and
This is really fitting in with your Dragon Ball thing.
Yeah, I was really hoping for something like
that. So it's not so much a Unibeam as it is a Kamehameha. And you're going to split the cliffside behind the Hunger of Hadar. It just comes through the blackness, clips probably a couple of tentacles, and then destroys the cliff behind it.
All right, well, it was meant to be. You hit both of these fuckers.
2d8 to do 8.
So
yeah, I like the idea of I drop down and I rage. I don't know what's going to happen, so I hold my axe up to the sky, and it starts glowing with radiant light, and I just kind of drop it down and point it at that dude and shoot the light off, and it glances one of these other guys, I guess. And that was one turn. Well, actually, so I moved.
That was one
rage
action. Yeah.
as a bonus action.
That's your bonus, yeah.
And now I can attack twice. Fuck yeah, barbarian. Is someone tapping a baby? Is that what I...
It's possible.
I like the idea that he's tapping the baby, not burping the baby, not patting the baby, tapping the baby.
It's just tapping the baby on its forehead.
Yeah.
That's a quick time event for babies.
Hey, what's going on?
There you go. Good work, buddy.
Trying to get his attention. He's got shit to do.
Just like, hey,
Just
vamping because I forget all my rolls. Every time we play, I forget what my fucking attack roll is.
Yeah, I really need to do that thing I told you I was going to do for you and make you a cheat sheet.
Shit. Look at that. First one, double D's. I'm just going to do my second roll as well. The second D is for damage. All right, so I would say I hit once with a crit and probably hit the second time as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think this guy's probably going to die.
Dice and 2 bonuses.
Don't forget to add +2 to each of your attacks for your rage damage.
Yes, and I should have done it reckless, but doesn't matter.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
So that's +5.
To be honest, you have to fuck up a lot.
So here's those 2, and then it would be an extra.
Oh, good news.
One of.
Did you save some money on car insurance?
Wait, do I get just another? I don't know exactly how it works. That's not correct.
Well, you killed his ass. He is dead.
Okay. Regardless.
That?
This
man.
That
was that the less armored one?
Yeah.
It's the one who stepped out of the circle, if you're not paying attention.
I'm
no.
Not my screen yet.
Yeah, so at the beginning, it was the orc on the northern side.
The top orc.
The top orc, the one with the stick.
Circle back roughly where I
right.
boy.
And there was the other one that looked like a.
Yeah, there was the orc with the stick, the orc with the spear, and then the troll. It was the orc with the stick.
Stick orc is dead.
He stumbled
The other
out and was
two are
probably
still in the
rubbing his
hunger
eyes.
circle.
I like to think he misses my dramatic entrance entirely because he's like rubbing his eyes, shaking off tentacles. Then he just looks up and gets an axe in the face.
No, gets completely blinded by a beam out of nowhere. Then
He's
an
like,
axe.
Wait, what? And then his fucking head comes off his
Oh, I'm finally out of that hell. Oh god, I can't see. Oh god.
I thought I would never regain my sight from that hellish place. Blast. Oh no.
Sorry, was it my
Finally,
turn?
I'll see my wife.
Yeah, it's your turn, Mead.
It's your turn.
Has anything else made it out of the hunger? There's, I guess, the one dog that Bean's fighting.
There's a dog to your south that's made out of the hunger. The dog that attacked you that you like shielded past no longer exists.
Right.
But there is one dog to your south that's made out of the circle. Otherwise, that's it.
Do I have a line of sight to the dog that Bean is fighting?
But you probably just take like a step to your west to get
Can I take
past.
It's you know what they say, Mead. It's just a step to the west.
I want to take a step to the west and shoot a firebolt at it.
And then a jump to the
which
right.
is,
Okay.
1d20 plus 7 on the attack roll.
That seems high, but I'll allow it. You roll a 10.
With the
Or
plus
rather,
7.
rather you roll a 3 and get up to 10.
Yeah,
that's
sorry.
disappointing. Okay, I would like to use the rest of my movement to drop back a little bit.
All right, you're gonna go hide behind the one.
The giant blood. Yep.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm
Safest
gonna
place
do.
in the world you can be.
The floating weaponized blunt. Yes. The safest place.
I imagine
Oh,
just like a
kinda.
giant club, like a Bonk's Adventure.
Oh, Bonk. We're just talking
Give
about Bonk. Don't believe me.
Can I make a new
Captain
character that's
Caveman,
bonk
man.
so I just jump up in the air and flip upside down and kill things with my head?
How's it different from right now?
I kill things with a stick. And then my hands.
And punching.
Eventually I'll be at a level where I can just sell my stick and then it's only punching.
What do you think you're
I
gonna sell a
forgot.
stick
I
for?
was getting Bonk's Adventure confused with Hudson's Adventure Island. Bonk does not have a giant club.
No.
Bonk uses his head.
No, I actually have a TurboGrafx in storage somewhere.
Hudson has a club and a skateboard and stone axes.
Yep.
Nana
Dragons
Del
and
Rey.
whatever else. Fucking
Oh,
Both
you
ran
did?
on the same engine though, Pipe.
I seem that's probably why they blend
I'm
together.
kind of floored here. Okay. Behind the... So is that dog still? Is the dog up here still alive then?
Yep.
Oh yeah, Mediator did not do anything to it.
Then,
Mediator ran away like the coward that he is.
God
I'm gonna try and smash the
Behind
dog.
bong, like many of us do.
I'm gonna blast him. So I have an extra spell attack, I believe, from my bonus.
Your boner.
A boner. So then that should be
laugh at my boner, will they?
Oh,
okay. Plus 7. God, my eyes are killing me. All right. So I'm gonna blast him twice. Easier to hit. Wow, that's low.
you get him once.
All right, that's too bad. All right. 1d10 plus 3 for him now. All right. Yeah.
Pow.
Wow.
I feel like right now. I like the idea of him just like leaning, past Luther between the trees to just kind of line up like a finger gun and go pew, snipe this fucking dog.
Sniping with a finger gun is absolutely the kind of thing I picture Mana doing.
Yeah.
Doing the
like
RoboCop.
holding it with a second arm, like in like the shot like super steady, and be like
pow, and then a
Slam.
smoky bolt of Reaper, ghost laser.
Goes right between a tree trunk and Shark's Bane to hit this fucking Mastiff right smack in the nose for 13 damage.
Okay, you know what I imagine for Eldritch Blast is the gun from the Schwarzenegger movie Eraser, which leaves the little smoke trails around the laser beam when it fires.
Yes.
But in neon pink, vaporwave color. A straight laser beam with a smoke trail around it is pretty great.
I like that effect. And that movie
it was pretty bad. I think he fights an alligator at some point.
Fights an alligator, and when he kills
your
it,
luggage.
says, your luggage. And it's
your luggage. All right.
Your luggage.
It's amazing.
All right. Okay, starts. Adam, roll 2d6.
I can do this.
So the dog's still up, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
7.
Oh, that was 1. Roll another 1d6.
I rolled 2, a 4 and a 3.
Oh. You didn't roll them together.
Okay.
Like an insane person.
See what happened there. I don't like it, but I see what happened. This guy comes bursting out of the fog and makes it basically to the base of the cliff, or his turn is over. Actually, he whips a spear up at Quill.
Oh, sweet!
Wow.
Missile!
Incoming!
Where's my D10? Fuck! It's been so long.
You're right there. He's gonna throw it at you. He doesn't know your shit. He's probably we're gonna regret this, but he doesn't know it yet. I can't metagame either, you see.
Sure you can.
Oh, he fucking whiffs with that, bro.
Yeah, I don't even get to do anything. I'll just put my D10 away. Jeez.
He throws it straight up in the air and it falls back on top of it.
He goes to throw this up over the cliff and it just sticks into the cliff surface in front of him and he's like, oh.
I hear it happen and just audibly sigh. I'm so sad I didn't get to whip it back around at him.
Me too.
It would have expended a key point, and I don't have very many, but I still would have wasted it because I enjoy that feature so much.
Luthor's turn.
I run up to the cliff edge and look down at that dude and notice that there's a thing stuck in the cliffside, and I'm perplexed.
About what happened?
What the hell? What?
Why did he run up and just stab the wall?
What do you know that we don't? Is the earth attacking us?
I like the idea that there's this kind of wobbly sound, like this of it just shaking. It's causing dubstep sounds.
I shoot a sacred flame at him because fuck him. Dexterity saving throw.
You know what I like about these guys is how we have no way of knowing they were bad guys. Necessarily.
I mean, I think
tattered red robes, hellhound.
He fails the save.
Just saying, maybe they were also pillars of their community.
That's 11 radiant damage for him, and I would like to move my blunt down to the dog. The dog that's next to Quill and Gojo, and bonk that dog.
Wow.
Spell check.
One of those dirtbags with the dog high.
It's a 22 to hit.
It has a 22 to hit.
No, he rolled a 22, I assume.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. I rolled a 22.
Sorry, I was really confused.
I have a plus 22 to hit. You what?
Look, this weed was really good. That will be That's 7 additional damage to the dog.
Okay.
Ma,
The
this
dog is
dog's
still
looking at
alive,
me.
but it's getting a little baked out.
Blink, motherfucker.
Adam, you hear Adam, you and Mediator actually hear the clippity clop sounds that you had heard on the road, but you had thought were horses. You hear that sound suddenly to your north. A moment before a giant spider phases into existence.
That seems like a thing.
It immediately runs down south at Mediator, making the clippity clopping sounds. Mediator, are you even here? It's not as much fun attacking him when he's not here.
Man, it's funny. He's gonna
I am here. My thing is muted.
get eaten by a fucking spider.
Fuck spider, warding
I'm
full.
here.
So this spider that had been traveling with these individuals had phased out and moved up behind you before phasing into existence.
Some kind of phase spider?
A spider that phases. Yes.
Is it actually that big?
I don't know how hard it is to add icons on the fly, but I posted one in G-Chat. It would need the background, probably.
God damn it, pipe
is
rifle.
going to attack you.
Hey, it was
Disadvantage.
requested.
Because of warding flare.
Gets a 16 on the attack mediator.
Is that with warding flare?
That's
Steady
what
was
it
casting
rolled.
warding flare.
I don't know what your.
I think Bill said he was casting warding flare.
Yeah,
I
he
did.
said,
I said, fuck you.
Fuck you, spider warding flare.
The
So,
guy.
so it has to do a second roll then, right?
It would have to roll with
It
disadvantage.
rolled
Oh.
an 18. So the 16 was its highest. Was its
Fuck
lowest.
me, warding flare.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast shield again. 20.
Damn. Okay.
The round.
It comes in to bite you, and its teeth skitter off of your magical shield. You hear quietly the beep, beep, beep of an empty shield battery.
Beep, 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 beep.
It's just like the sound of a bus's air brakes.
Just say, probably by the end of this campaign, we'll fight a giant blunt smoking blunt. As Brigger just runs out of ideas.
Now we know what would happen if Pipe Rifle was the DM.
No, that's what would happen if I got like a monkey's paw. We wouldn't know exactly what I wished for, but I would somehow end up with a huge blunt smoking another blunt.
Lojo, what are you up to?
But I've already forgotten what I
Is that I gotta kill a dog, I guess, 'cause it's right there. Move over here.
I mean,
Yeah.
your friend is also getting eaten by a spider. You could act on that, but
Yeah, where does spider come from again? Just the other thing.
I can.
One of them
One of the
asshole
guys
fish.
next to the dog, and only squishy
Fine, I can
next
shoot
to the
the damn
spider.
spider that wants to eat you. Put Hunter's Mark on the spider, because I didn't use it for last time. So, let me fuck up that spider.
I don't like that spider.
I'll fuck up the spider.
I don't like all spiders, but that spider in particular.
20 and a 14.
Only good spider is a spider tank.
Both of those hit.
Ray. So start. Main damage roll is a 22. Your smart damage roll. So I did 29 damage to the spider.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you, spider.
We'll give Glojo some of the magic weed.
Look, you didn't give me the damn weed. Clearly, I don't need it. But think about what I could do if I was on the magic weed.
What if it just made you worse?
Don't think it would do anything.
Yeah, we're doing it into Bob Dole. Fuck you up.
The dog
Doesn't matter.
to attack range roll, but Adam rolled 2d6.
All right.
Plotting of the spider.
Did not roll. Great.
The hitter of the mind. I can hear it. Flop, 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 like a mouse tapping. Who's blasting what?
That was a hunger thing. I presume.
Yeah, but isn't it your turn?
No, he was doing his.
No.
hunger
Oh, that's the.
calculation.
Sorry, that looked similar.
Troll's taking hunger damage at the beginning
It's the
of
troll.
his
Yeah.
turn.
He takes some cold damage and then bursts free from the.
Well, trolls
Dark.
on the move.
At the turn order where everything's very small. I thought the troll was.
And
Sorry.
then is pretty much at the base of the.
What'd you say, Bringer? You cut
Quill's
out.
Turn.
Okay.
Now it's Quill's turn.
All right.
This is the first
I'm gonna attack the dog that everybody left me with because everybody's so nice.
I love my blunt there. You got blunt teeth.
I
That
had
dog
two
really
people
could've
cry
attacked
to me
Lord
that they
Joe, by
needed
the way.
Oh,
to shoot the spider.
I
He was going
know.
to eat them or something. I don't know.
All right, that is an 18,
Always something with these people.
That will hit the dog.
and that's a 9 damage. He's still up.
That blow strikes the dog, and where your quarterstaff hits the dog begins to glow and then slowly disintegrate and disappear as the shadow essentially fades away.
All right. These guys are both still on the ground level, right? I mean, I guess we're on ground level. They're down on the other side of the cliff, right?
Erect.
Okay. I am going to
Flesh. Thing.
jump off of here, landing behind this dude, and attack him with my quarterstaff. And that is a 15.
That misses.
Okay. And I am going to punch him. 16?
That will hit.
And that is just 6 damage. And let's attempt to stun him with that last one.
All right. Con saving throw.
Yep. The tie goes to the die, so you passed.
He does not become stunned from your punching in the butt.
Yep.
Speaking of butt punching, pipe rifle.
Oh shit. Well, I was gonna jump up and help with the spider. How tall is this cliff?
Oh, 10 feet where Beantroll jumped down.
I guess I could go over here and fight these guys though, now that we're having a ground fight. I could make that though. Lexi's 5'10", he can dunk with both hands.
Wow.
Alright. So yes, I can run over here because I got upgraded movement last time I leveled. and
but
it is
could you
40
leave
feet.
Lexi against two enemies while you did dunking moves all cool? Like, in a different place.
Oh, like Bean Troll's gonna shadow step away while I get smushed.
Would I ever?
I don't know what point Bringer was making, but I don't care. I'm gonna stab these guys.
I was gonna suggest
facing away from me.
focus firing targets.
Can I attack him right in the back?
So guy getting eaten by a spider.
Does it give me a benefit though, or
You'll get to attack him, but it won't give you benefit. I mean,
all right? Well, then I will do a reckless attack, which gives me advantage.
all right.
Just run screaming at him down the road, I guess. I'm still raging. So let's go. Well, all right. Remember how you do advantage.
Twice.
With the bonus, but not that one. So yeah, a
You
25.
get 25. That will hit.
I'm just gonna roll multiples here. Wow,
What just happened with the
That
dice?
was- what? What?
that die hit top and went up. I've never seen that before.
Okay, so that will also hit. And
Holy shit,
awesome.
that's a 23. All right, so that's 2 of them. Bless you.
First.
I got dust in my house and it's in my nose.
Oh no.
Yes, dust.
My nose isn't bleeding, so I'm not doing that.
That is 17 in total. And now enemies attack me with advantage.
Are you attacking the troll?
But first, it is mediator.
Yes.
Mediator.
Right.
Maybe attacking the other
You
one.
meet-
He
and
was
meet the alligator, not.
he was the closest one to me, so I figured with barbarian rage, the sensible thing to do would be attack the first one I could get to. Actually, that was the end of my movement too at 4 feet.
I'm going to Misty Step away from the face spider. To about here. So I can still cast a cantrip, and I'm going to firebolt it.
That will hit.
What was that noise? Was that laughter?
Your cantrip is 2d10.
Yeah, it's they scale at 5th and 11th level.
I'll allow it.
It's garbage. Like it's better than not doing anything, but it's not actually as good as it. It's one attack roll, and it doesn't add modifiers from anything.
I'll allow it.
It's free though. You never run out of ammo, and you can do it for like 180 feet or whatever.
So you blink back away from this thing and then cast a firebolt at it, doing 14 damage. 14 damage you do is sufficient to burn a hole through the left eye of this phase.
Say that again, you cut out.
Killing it.
Oh, you killed the spider.
Shot him right in the fucking eyeball.
Spider sucks.
Spider
Oh,
banana.
gross! Right in the fucking eyeball.
Man Orbidel Ray.
He's got a lot of those.
Wow.
eyeballs.
Interesting. I thought I was gonna be fighting that spider.
I guess you got fucking sniped.
I mean,
Bring some magic down here to help with this troll.
it's a good thing. So, I mean, I could just summon demons down there. So it's
I just want to
know
point
what?
out I've
Yeah.
been pro demon summoning all along.
Calgon, take me away. Just do it.
And you can't push the troll back into the hunger, huh?
You should have done when you had the chance at him.
I could try to
no,
suplex
because
him
we
back.
haven't leveled, so I haven't had a reason
RKO.
to use my spell. So no, I can't push him back, unfortunately.
I'm like,
right now.
likely just taking up a role is basically like the hunger of our
If
beast.
there's anything else that is worthwhile doing.
Leaves. He just fucking like grabs them and throws them back in.
It's like sumo. It's like, all right, not so fast. Just grab him around the waist and just sort of huck him back into the hunger of a dog.
It's probably not a. It's probably not a bad way to finish off a troll.
Probably not. But instead, I'm going to move up here, and then I'm going to blast. I'm going to Eldritch Blast the troll face. But before I do that, Can I do this? Hang on. Let me test this. Let me check this real quick. No, that would take a turn. No, yeah, it's a bonus action, so I couldn't. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hex him as well when I do this to deal some extra damage.
Disadvantage on strength rolls.
Yeah, and I'm also going to put disadvantage on his strength roll because I don't want him to come up and fuck us up, and he's going to murder Pipe now that he has advantage on Pipe. He's just going to wail on Pipe, which is going to be funny.
Well, it's not like they know that. That they have advantage on me. I mean, maybe I attack recklessly and they see that my footing is off or whatever.
I would know, actually.
I guess, yeah, because I'm now falling past them after, overdrinking.
Okay, so I get a 2 set. I get a. Hang on, let me switch this out because I still have my scuba.
Scuba gear? What?
Scuba roll. What the fuck? Do I hit?
17?
Well, one of those rolls isn't garbage, so you hit with that one.
Did I hear that one hit? You cut out.
Yeah, one hit. One of them was garbage, one hits.
Yes, that's fair. One
roll.
1d10 plus 3 plus. Okay. Plus 3. Jesus Christ. Plus the 6. All right, at least that went well. And that 5 is necrotic damage, which I don't know. Is that worse or better on a troll that's regenerating?
I don't think it'll make a difference.
Perhaps not.
It's now the orc leader's turn.
Just kind of chop him up.
Turns angrily towards Bean Troll.
Oh, Bean Troll.
Who is right behind him. And he gives a battle cry, which will give actually he does not do that yet. Doesn't matter.
Rally to me.
Are you hurt yet, Bean Troll?
Absolutely not.
And mother to me.
Well, he pokes at you twice with his spear.
Yeah, this is actually the first time anything's attacked me.
Damn. Too little stab.
Oh no, the dog attacked me but missed. It rolled a 6.
I've been attacked more than
Cousin
anyone else has.
Honestly, I'm just feeling so not attacked right now.
I guess not. All right.
Okay.
He does not hit you. Luther.
I move to be directly above the troll.
People's
Now,
elbow with the rock.
I would like to point my hands straight down and shoot a
Fireball.
shoot a burning hand spell straight down at him. So I don't hit anyone else.
Fireball.
Like a fireball.
Stand back and dangle your arms over the edge. Cast a fireball straight down.
It's a little burning hands for now. That's a Dex 15 save.
Is this like using a World War II flamethrower? Like, do we have to worry about it, or is it more of a laser beam? Like the other one?
It's
So
a
it's a 15-foot cone.
It's a cone, but I'm shooting it straight down.
And neither of them make a save.
Owned. 3d6. as a 14 fire damage.
Ooh, shit.
High five, bundle.
Now they're lit up. I'm going to line them up again with the blunt.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Bring the blunt to the troll and bonk him on the head.
The blunt sails over the edge of the cliff and then immediately attacks the troll.
Natural 20.
Slobbers the troll.
It's everything I've imagined.
Blunt is an excellent spell, Dole.
It better remain blunt for the
Sure.
rest of this campaign.
It's now canonically a blunt.
We should
So,
upgrade it to one of the sprites that Pipe posted.
yeah.
I think only one is an actual attempt at.
So I get
It's the. I think when you shrink
It's-
it down, it would fit the aesthetic.
the first roll is a 7 damage. I just get another D8 because it was a crit.
7
Yeah.
damage on the burning hands.
Another dice. Nope, not another bonus.
No, the burning hands was 14. The blunt hit was 7. Then the extra D8 was another 1 damage. So that's
Which extra D8?
because I got a crit.
Oh, we crit on it. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear
So
you.
it's 8 total damage from the blunt.
Well, actually, your spellcasting ability modifier is bumped up by 1 because of the weed. So if you had a plus, so whatever modifier you were using, you get an extra +1 on it.
I rolled a 3, added 4 for the modifier, then I rolled another D8 and got 1. So it's 8.
I didn't realize you got that. I didn't know that
You
was
got
everything.
+2 wisdom,
power.
-1 con.
We got it, but we're
Wisdom
trained.
is a lot.
That's what
Super
Dole got. So that gives +1 to all of his wisdom stuff.
I get a lot of shit for that. I would make that permanent trade if I could. I'd be permanently smoked out.
Just get like an Immortan Joe sort of hose mask that's constantly pumping that shit in your Join mana in the weird face gear party.
Change my mind. All drugs are cool and all children should do drugs.
I got the
Step
weird
from-
too. We could just
from a little
start the
bit.
weird face gang.
Why haven't you bitten one of these guys yet?
I'm going to. It's my next move. I also just remember. Not just remembered, but I feel in a comfortable spot to see what would happen. We're not surrounded by enemies this time.
I don't know. Eating a shadow beast. What can
Just chomp a troll. Oh shit!
what if he regenerates as your tooth consumes?
It's incredibly fragile.
Endless doom cycle.
Fine. Endless
You make-
doom.
You make a good point.
Counterpoint.
It's fine.
It's probably fine.
Don't worry about it.
Counterpoint. Don't worry about it.
I am
So,
done.
Something I put on a shirt.
Okay. They are still alive, but pretty singed and also a little bit bonked. Glojo.
All that's left is the big guy with the blunt, right?
And
He's a little
a
well
well-armed orc next to him.
I'm gonna put my hunter's mark on the blunt man down there. I'm gonna shoot him twice. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Okay.
Get line of sight where you are.
There's wait. There should
Fuck,
be
I'm right.
well, that should be an 8 out of 3, but whatever. And then 25.
Both of those hit. But you're going to need to move up closer for me to allow these shots.
I can shoot up to 180 meters.
Yeah, but
line
You're
of sight.
standing on a cliff
Down
and
the
they're
cliff.
right directly below it.
Be right there and just shoot straight down.
Pretty much.
He curves the bullet. He arcs.
Well, that would explain why you do so much damage because you're firing straight down to the top of their fucking head.
He's got the foresight from Perfect Dart.
No.
Oh, that thing was hilarious.
Well, Mediator's a cerebral bore, so that works out.
I get 3.
Oh.
I don't remember how.
Can we
Wow,
kick?
Pipe Rifle dominated.
I'm an admin in Discord, right?
What is happening?
I had a question, but that's fine.
Was your question?
Couldn't resist.
Is your question why is Pipe so awful?
Oh, when you get
Cerebral bore
crit.
wasn't even in Perfect Dark.
Also, that Jesus, yeah, good point.
I was struck by the dinosaur.
All I can hear is wow, wow,
Just
wow.
ban Pipe Rifle. Like, I don't care. What's
There's
the
Hunter's
motto?
Mark. Hunter's Mark crits, Glojo. You can crit with Hunter's Mark.
Okay. So I get basically 3d6 for Hunter's Mark, and I also get an extra regular roll because of the crit. Is that correct?
Sure.
You're basically rolling 3 normal arrows and 3 Hunter's Marks.
Oh, yeah. That's what I thought. So it's 3d8 plus 6, which is 24, and then 3 Hunter's Marks. More, so that's 32 total damage.
Your arrows skewer this troll to the ground, where he smolders slightly from the burning hands spell and appears to be dead.
ID on the burning hands, by the way.
Light him up. Please cut his head
At
off.
least Pipe Rifle. Whoever's left.
Quill.
Quill's gonna try and hit this dude again. Okay, that is a 25.
Believe it or not, that hits.
And 11 damage.
That does 11 damage.
Alright, next. That is a 17.
That also hits.
And another 11 damage.
That does another 11 damage.
Alright, now I'm gonna punch. That, however, was a critical fail.
That will not hit.
I punch his shield and just like shake my hand because it did not feel great.
He is reeling. He is basically on his very last leg. Pipe Rifle, it is your turn.
I'm gonna bite him. Yeah. Time to finish this off. I'm gonna climb up like Leon climbing El Gigante, but then this time I just fucking bite his neck.
You're climbing up the dude who's like slightly taller than me.
Oh wait, no, the troll's dead. I thought we were trolling.
The dead troll. Bite him out.
A well-armored orc, and that is the only enemy left.
So as the troll falls, I want to like leap over and past his corpse, and just jump on this dude, just go, bite him.
Tackle him with a chompy bite attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll for that attack.
How would I? Just a bite. +6 to hit.
I'm gonna.
I mean, I have it on my card. So it's a bite without a grapple.
If you want to try to grapple him first, we can do that, and then if that fails, you can still try for the bite.
Bite him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the hungry jaws, which actually gives health back.
Just like leap over with like teeth extended, going for the fucking full on.
Yes. And I forget what we had determined was happening with the magic tooth, or if it is something different every time.
Pretty sure we don't know yet.
Well, Hungry Jaws functions as a bite attack, which you can do as a bonus action, but I don't know how your bite attack works now.
So start with Hungry Jaws.
His bite attack normally
Hungry Jaws.
God damn.
How your bite attack hits, and then
Okay,
we'll see what happens from a hit.
Bite is just an unarmed melee attack, so it's +6. And then the Hungry Jaws is one that allows you both to do that as a bonus action instead of an attack, and to get a little bit of health back for doing it. So I could do 2 bites, actually.
You can actually do 3 bites.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, 2 attacks and the bonus.
You can do all of this
Because I
recklessly,
ran.
by the way.
Bite. The fucking piranha, we call it, where it's the reckless attack 3 bites.
Do it.
All right.
And bite isn't an unarmed attack. It's a 1d6 plus 3.
Well, yeah, but to hit, it's an unarmed.
I mean,
Right.
most of your stuff is a plus 6 to hit anyway.
Plus 6.
Well, yeah. So there's a natural 20 in there.
So your first attack is a crit. Your second attack is
We've got
successful.
22, yeah. And this is not the best way to do this, but whatever.
No,
then,
it's fine.
oh, there you go. There's
Your
another
third attack is a crit.
Christ.
Okay. So you are going to kill this guy.
Good zombie attack.
He does not have enough health to survive the number.
I mean,
of
I
dice
kind
you're
of
gonna
want to
roll.
know what the damage would be. Was there gonna
Definitely
be
roll all of these.
Definitely roll all of them. but
Get your
you
health
can
back.
You can narrate the successful double crit, 3 successful chomp attack on this guy the way that you would like. But believe me, you've killed him.
All right. I
Definitely, roll for the damage.
There's a part of me that wants
Dino.
nothing but ones to come out of this roll.
Was there going to be an extra damage or anything for the tooth? Or has it
Yeah.
receded to normal toothness?
So-
Bites normally do
so-
1d6 plus 3.
Yes.
So roll for your regular bite damages.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, how many rolls is that?
6 plus 3, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got it.
So it's, yeah, exactly. Thank you. I was trying to articulate.
Or like farticulate.
Correct. More like that. So let's call that
Okay, now roll
1d6.
2d12.
The 10 had me excited. That's 37 damage.
Yeah, so you do 37 damage total to this guy. You're on the first and third bite, the ones where you get the critical damage, the tooth in your jaw feels especially hard to withdraw. And it feels like it feels like it's a sawtooth action where you're like almost like revving a chainsaw with your head and neck, trying to get this tooth out, like before it like rips out and takes a huge chunk of flesh with it.
Yeah. So in my mind, he is this guy is dealing with Bean Troll, and I slip up behind him and find like a wound that's already been cut or arrowed into him, and just latch the tooth into it, and end up like stripping the flesh off his arm, like that part in T2 where he's trying to convince Miles Dyson, and just pull it off down to the muscle, and like ragged muscle hanging off a skeleton arm. And while he's screaming about that, I just like chomp the tooth directly over his face and just take a huge bite, like tear off his lower jaw, and he just falls to the ground, spurting and blurbling. Some real fucking dead alive shit.
The burbling is pretty short-lived, because you did not leave a lot of his face or his neck.
And I think I would look a little surprised about it, like, whoa, I was just gonna kind of bite him, but shit.
Does super bite trigger on the crits?
At least
That's
for
what
now.
seems to happen here. So that guy's definitely dead, and Pipe Rifle has feasted.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, I get some HP back. What do I get for Hungry Jaws? 3 temporary hit points. Well, fuck yeah, let me add those.
It's mostly for flavor,
roll
but the
1d8,
bonus.
Pipe.
What's that?
Roll 2d6.
2d6 straight.
So you get 4 permanent hit points back. So like
Oh,
four recovery, and then you get the 3 hit points up and above from where you were.
All right.
As the jaw basically like heals you. The tooth, like somehow you feel some restitution from like the blood that this tooth has like.
Is it drinking? Is it a tooth that's sort of blood drinking in some way?
I mean, you're not getting as much blood down your throat as you would expect from the wounds that you're creating in these enemies.
Well, shit.
I tell Pipe Rifle, I think it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Looking down from the cliff, I just see Pipe Rifle biting into like a cartoon plate of ribs.
Just
Cool.
messily. Yeah, you guys should try this. Yeah. Oh no, you're not into that. Never mind. I always forget who eats what around here. Anybody gonna eat that spider?
It phased out of existence. Pipe.
Aw, I was down in the valley. I couldn't see it.
Great axe is probably more efficient for general purposes, but you can bite people while you're grappling, so
Yeah.
it's a good thing to have in the toolbox.
Finish things off was a good way to test things out.
For science.
Some big, delicious guts. All right. Well, we should probably go through these guys' pockets and see if there's anything that might tell us more about them.
Do we need to like do anything to that troll to make sure it doesn't come back to life?
We already lit it on fire.
All right. Fine.
Oh yeah, why don't me and Beatrol huck it into the hunger of Hadar? Like,
It's not there anymore. Adam
take it with it.
made it disappear when he hacks the
Just
troll.
burn it.
I wanted to throw it into the hunger of Hadar and have the corpse disappear like that one Wraith finisher from Apex.
I've already burned it.
Throw it into another dimension.
Very good.
Burn it.
It's burned.
Will's burning hands cauterized its regeneration, so
Yeah, the
He's
fact
also
he did burning
beheaded.
hands, it's done.
Oh, that's right. It died with fire.
Unfortunately, Bob Dole knows how to kill a troll. Or
Happened before.
Accidentally.
We killed a troll before.
Yep.
You know, we scores.
it's probably not worth mentioning now, but Sacred Flame does radiant damage, not fire damage, and that troll definitely would have kept regenerating on you guys.
Yeah.
So
That's all right. The first time we just
you may still be fighting that troll from like years ago.
Both kinds of fire.
Yeah, I seem to remember that the first time I was like, well, I don't know if Bringer knows this and he's letting us get away with it, or vice versa. But
In my other campaign with my family, there was a flaming skull that they needed to dispose of correctly, and they didn't, and it came back and almost TPK'd.
Oh.
Because they had just fought the BBG from the area, and they were very hurt and didn't take any potions, and were on their way out, and it was just there.
Yeah, you don't always get to just stroll out and go home.
Yep.
It's a good finisher.
Do a cool jump off the cliff.
Just come down here and rifle
High,
through the scroll pocket.
high five the blunt and put it away.
Well, if I jump down off of this cliff, would you catch me?
Absolutely.
Princess Bride style.
I trust Bob Dole.
You can trust me. I gotcha.
I trust
I mean-
Bob Dole, and that's going to be my route down.
Bringer, can I rifle through this dude?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if this is a real
Do I need to
plot
roll?
driving encounter. If it's just a bump in the road, literally.
You rifle through his pockets and you find some written orders, and a couple of pouches. One of them is the identical to one of the pouches that the orc had at the fire previously, and the other pouch is actually a potion that you do not recognize.
Wait, does that mean more weed?
Yeah, I was gonna. What was the pouch that the other orcs had?
They had a couple of different pouches besides the secret pocket for the weed. There was basically just a couple of things that he was throwing on the fire. That's the thing that you found.
Okay.
Is basically like the red powder stuff that they were just throwing into the fire.
Yeah, it's Midnight Society powder.
That you had interrupted.
I hand both it and the potion to Wu.
So 3 questions. What languages are the orders written in?
The orders are written in Orcish.
I hand the letter to Dole.
I didn't say I handed you the letter. I said I handed you the pouch and the potion. But yeah,
you should give the letter to
the letter's going to Dole regardless because I also can't read Orcish.
What language is it in?
Orcish.
I speak English. I will read the
Yeah, sure, you can read Glojo.
I can read Orcish. It's one of the things that I can do.
Well, you're up on the cliff, and he's right here.
That's fine, whatever.
So beyond getting the Orcish letter to Dole, I want to see if I can identify by study. I want to study the potion and the red powder thing, and see if I can tell what either of them are.
Oh, I can do my detect magic glowing act.
Search every corpse and try to find more drugs.
Maybe we should we'll still have to loot this.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna run up here and loot this dude.
That dude has more drugs.
Really? Can I sleight of hand hide it in the pouch? Or am I far enough away, and is it dark enough for me to do that without needing to roll?
Roll sleight of hand in case you botch it.
All right.
Oh, wait. I can't do detect magic because we have that.
Owl has advantage on perception checks. Knows that the bird is sneaky.
13.
You are able to do it. You feel like it was pretty smoothly.
I meant a whip cut from the owl to the other bird back and forth like a telenovela. I see you. Dramatic music.
Oh, it's bird on bird violence.
All right, so that's that, right? Okay. And then I'm going to run up to here, where Mana is, and then I open my coat and show what I found.
My owl notices this.
I mean, I
Say anything about it.
have pretty high deception, so I think that we would get away with it.
It's important.
You look. You are studying potions, so you can't see what your owl is seeing.
My owl
Reading a
notices, but
letter.
that does not benefit me at all.
Right. Okay.
I put the bird some gold.
I just want you to know that the bird knows.
And I wave Glojo over.
They bought him off with millet.
I slip Quill some gold, and then I like slip the wizard Adderall.
Oh no, I'm not giving it to you. I'm telling you I have it.
Oh, I thought you were selling me some.
No.
I'd like
Come
to know
over.
more about the potion and
What's going on over here, drug deal? What's this?
All right. Then
And the red
instead,
magic
I
dust?
wink, and then I hold my finger over my skull smile, and I just go, shh.
All right, die hard.
And I just whisper to Glojo later.
Mediator roll Arcana.
For the potion or for the red powder?
For the powder.
Dole, can I get some guidance on this?
Sure, you're my best friend. Got put my hand on his shoulder and give him guidance.
I don't remember what guidance does.
It's
Damn
just
it.
a D4.
What the fuck?
Mm.
Your guidance seems to be like a Ted Cruz ringing endorsement, some sort of negative guidance you've given.
So, mediator, you think you've encountered this kind of like crystalline powder before, or at least similar types of powders that are activated by the heat of a fire. They're thrown into a fire that makes something happen. You're not. That's kind of where you leave it.
Okay, not something I recognize then. Can I look at the potion as well?
Yeah, it's in an opaque container. With a wax stopper. Or a wax seal stopper. You would have to break the wax seal on this potion in order to investigate it. It's dissimilar from a lot of potions, which normally have just a simple twist cap, or even like a little squeeze bottle, or like
I want to stash the
oil
potion.
skin type of thing.
I want to stash the potion in the bag of holding so I can identify it later.
Yeah, this potion has a wax seal at the neck of the bottle, surround basically that is unbroken, and to open this, you would have to break the wax seal.
Okay.
What's my orc letter?
I'll stash it to be identified later.
Your orcish letter bundle outlines the schedule for fires, for patrols, and the instructions for these orcish mage crews to feed their crystals into the fire regularly, and if they feel fatigued, to use the magic Adderall weed to revive them and to keep the magic going. And then the letter ends, calm above all.
Yeah. Does it say where to find more drugs?
I mean, more of these
so-
fuckers would have it.
Hey guys, this says that it keeps the magic and the party going.
Like a location of a stash
There
or something.
Instructions for the orcs to sprinkle the red powder into the fire and take the magic Adderall. To do what exactly? Did it?
Does it say
if they begin feeling fatigue, to use the magic Adderall, and to follow the schedule provided for the red powder and the ritual.
What's the schedule for the red powder ritual?
At night, to basically begin the fire and to throw the red powder in every 23 minutes.
So this is like the Resident Evil journal puzzle. Like we don't know why yet because these guys wouldn't need to be told why they're doing it.
Some
just
evil
told when to
bullshit.
do it.
Well, I mean, it clearly makes the dome of Channel 3.
We need the square crank, not the hexagonal
Some
crank.
world domination or shit. We should.
Well, so
kill
we've
them and take
stopped
their
them from
drugs.
throwing we stopped these guys from throwing any shit into any fire for right now, but what else do we do? Head back the way they came, see what the hell they were up to?
Find
follow
more
the
people
way
to
they
kill
were
and
going?
steal their drugs.
I could do with a
Dog
short
turned
rest.
south immediately as if he
Same.
was wanting to head south. So, let's rest among the trees here and then decide where we want to go.
Also, Bringer, if you're not paying attention, canonically, I split the weed up between the four of us up here.
I just sort of stumbled up and was like, what's going on over here? And I'm like, take this, shut up. Like, whoa.
Dude, shut up. Shut up.
Hey, Woo. Where's the rest of our crew?
Sorry, I'm trying to decipher the plot here.
But the plot was to get more drugs now.
Plot is against you.
We walk out stone sober because if Beantro was a real drug dealer, we'd make one of us smoke our joint with him before we left.
Oh, I didn't smoke mine. I just distributed it. I figured we wouldn't do it right this second while shit's going on. But you guys make your own decisions.
Or is that right?
I'm
Is
pocketing
that right as a summary of the contents of the letter? I wasn't taking notes in the beginning.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay.
So we can.
And then the letter
Kind of
also
there.
says that after every 3 powder injections, they are to wait for a signal which will be relayed from the main. They should watch for a signal from the main fire. When they see that, they begin the 3x23 pattern again.
Goddamn vocal. After every 3 powder injections, wait for a signal to be relayed from the main fire before starting the cycle again.
Yeah.
Do we have
So
any
it's not
idea where
all-
the main
there's an
fire would
element of
be?
randomness.
Like, have we noticed that there was one bigger fire? I don't remember that.
It's for the
I don't know
party.
if we've seen anything from here.
Well, I mean, because we were out where we could see the fire's light initially.
You haven't seen anything, but there does appear to be some kind of like. You haven't seen anything, but
clearly there's something based on the letter.
Yeah, you don't
Okay.
you don't know how the network necessarily works, but
So if
Maybe
this
we
happens
caught a
every
ship.
23 minutes, we should be able to send Mediator's bird up in the sky, and the bird can see which is the most conspicuous on the next increment of 23 minutes to give us an idea of which bonfire is the main one.
No, so every 23 minutes they throw red powder into the fire. They wait. So they do 3. They wait. Then there's a signal. So we don't know when the signal happens.
Okay.
We know that they do 3 and 23-minute intervals, and then they just hang out.
You've got 69-minute cycles.
But we
and
don't
then
know
pause.
how often the cycle happens.
And right, 69-minute
so you're
cycles, then a
saying you don't
pause,
know
and then a
necessarily
signal
it's
that it.
continuous.
Right.
Okay.
Right, and then a signal at some point which initiates the next
Cycle.
Which is presumably not
Uh,
on a strict time schedule, or they would have said so. So that is maybe an
I
element
mean-
of randomness, or they have to wait
well,
for something to happen somewhere else.
I
that
thought
is
this
not
was
a
all
set time.
related
There may
to
be
the
a- there
magic
may be some-
field, which would kind of mean that they were maintaining the magic field. That's why I kind of assumed it was continuous, but I guess that's not necessarily the case.
Well, I mean, the ritual may be maintaining the magic field and just doesn't require
Gotcha.
You know,
yeah.
around the clock 23-minute injections.
Fair enough.
And these guys could have easily
I mean,
been. Sorry. Go on.
It's likely that it's. I mean, because they're distributing magic weed to keep people up all night as needed. It probably is happening throughout the night. There's some signal from wherever the main fire is that starts it. So that's clearly whoever's in charge of this, or whatever the most important part of the ritual is happening there.
Well, it also means if we follow these guys back where they came from, because we were headed west and they came from the west, we will find a fire that is either the one we need or is able to see the one we need to see that signal. So I
you
think
guys are
that's probably our
discussing
best
this,
bet.
The static in the sky begins kind of panning with very definite lines in the sky, kind of scrolling north to south, like a poorly tuned VCR.
So
that continues for just over 30 seconds before the static kind of blinks and recedes back to the individual.
How far ahead do we think the? Well, I mean these guys. I mean, I guess it's unclear whether these guys came from a fire, because if these, I mean, maybe this. So I mean, these guys have the magic weed with them. This might be a fire crew.
Yeah, they could have been coming out
but-
to the one that didn't get lit because we beat up a bunch of people.
Right.
True, but we were also headed west in general. And I thought that was we saw a fire that way.
Right.
Right.
So it's
So
either there
I
or
guess
nearby, I guess, depending on how far west we already.
Right. unclear
You guys
whether
did not. You guys did not travel very far from where you were before coming to this crossroads, and then waiting there because you heard some commotion.
And
Right,
what were
so
you
this
saying
is-
about the Skybringer? Like it
the
was
sky-
was it going back into the red lines? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the static basically like flashed, did a weird like panning line by line by line thing, and then flashed again,
tracking.
and then each individual point basically sort of sucked up the light that was coming out of it, and the sky is now just showing the regular stars again.
Okay, so it seems like it would be. I think I don't know who said it, but if we get to wherever the either the fire that we came from or the next fire over, wherever the fire is, will be a fire that has whatever line of sight is necessary to the main signal fire. So we should be at a fire before next round of this starts, so that we're properly positioned the next time the signal goes off. So it's a question of whether we want to go back to the one we came from or press ahead to the next one. And we may be able to pull off a short rest while we're waiting at whichever signal fire we end up going to.
My vote is we go to the new signal fire, because the old signal fire, there were bad guys on the way there, which means if we go back, we will encounter more. If we go to the new signal fire, these guys came from that direction, so there may be less or no guys that way. And plus, we've already raided the other campsite for drugs.
Just going forward, we'll advance the plot. I agree with this.
Drugs.
Are we going to make any effort to hide our grim deeds here at the crossroads, or do we just leave
I
these
would.
corpses
I mean,
laying
I
around?
think they're a monument to our sins, and we leave it
It's a
there.
waste of time.
And we could just try to drag them in over to the behind the tree here.
I mean, they all have
Just
sending
pose
stones.
them in a
so I don't know what-
humiliating tableau.
Have sending stones?
A lot of them have sending stones. I don't know if these guys themselves did. I'm saying that
We already looted these guys. They didn't seem
Yep.
to have any sending stones.
And the guy
I
up
mean-
top had nothing. Wink.
I'm just saying the organization makes use of sending stones so they could find these bodies and relay a message while we're on our way. But whatever. I'm just being paranoid, out of character. Like seeing character and be like, let's go. Let's go west. Follow the fire, right? I mean, it's still Occam's razor.
All right,
How
so
are
are we all
So
going
The
west?
question is, Bean, how are you doing on key and how are you doing on hit points?
I'm fine on hit points. I'm fine on hit points, but I'm low
Yeah.
on key.
How many
I
hit
have
points
no
do you have, Pi?
spells.
I'm at like 44 right now. And 3 of those are temporary.
We'll all get a lot of resources back if we take a short rest. But I think we have enough resources that we
Get away from this crime scene first.
should definitely leave here, and I think we should press ahead to the next fire. And
Yeah.
if we
Approach
can,
with
we should try to set up there and at least initiate a rest and see.
Try and rest
Yeah,
there
stake
before
out.
we initiate combat. Is that what you're saying? Just get there so we have Overwatch or something.
I mean, we should try to go there, and if there are
Yeah.
things there, we'll have to kill them.
Right. Fair enough.
But
Or we could like rest
Once we're-
immediately outside of their vision in the forest and a tiny
Yeah,
hut or
rest
something.
nearby with watch.
I mean, yeah. Well, let's
The old
take
forest
them out.
tunnel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's just
move in the-
go. Let's
move
just
in
go
the
to
direction of the next
campsite
fire, and then
subtly.
we'll see what things look like.
Yep, fair enough.
Yeah.
Glojo will give us magic
Yeah.
keys,
And
and we'll have a hut to retreat.
We will call it for this session.
I wanted to press ahead farther than Bringer had prepared for.